Hey, welcome to day 14, or the 14th Supersize strategy that we are learning from 30 super successful, award-winning business owners who were asked the question, what would you do for the first 30 days, day by day, step by step, if you lost everything and had to start over to rebuild your life and your business? And today is called the PD strategy. Poodle dog, because P and D. I'm trying to think of two letters that start with those. And I call this one the personal development strategy. Myron Golden calls it, and he's titled it, The Strategies I Use to Help My Clients Raise... Okay, I can't even talk today. The strategies I use to help my clients rake in up to $10 million per year each and every year. Each and every client. What Myron says he would do if he had to start over again is he would start what he calls a Bible studies blueprint. And you can use this strategy for anything, any niche or any type of thing that you're in, plus blueprint. You could create a blueprint and sell a course then, is what he's going to do with respect to whatever niche is. So he chose Bible studies. I'm going to run through his strategy because he's got some really fun and unique and cool things in it that I think really help to make him successful. He breaks his plan down into 4 categories: preparation, implementation, monetization, and optimization. He spends the first couple of days planning because although he thinks it's one of the most important steps, he wants to spend most of his time implementing and monetizing his plan. So he only spends the first couple of days planning and preparing. Then he jumps into implementation. We'll go through all his steps, how he monetizes what he's implementing, and then how he optimizes what he's created in the 30-day period. He would start off right off the bat by doing a vertical, horizontal, and internal inventory of what he's got to offer. He is going to do a quick asset evaluation and figure out what it is that he can create and offer to the world. So he says he might not have any resources, but he's very resourceful. And I love this whole topic of being resourceful, not thinking that you personally have to have all the resources. It's how can you bring the resources together to get what you need done, accomplished. This is a key element, a key strategy, a key principle for any of us who are wanting to grow our business, to understand the difference between having the resources and being resourceful. Then he's going to ask himself, what are problems for the marketplace that I want to serve? He's going to come up with who he wants to serve, and he's going to say, well, what are their problems? And then he's going to do an inventory of how can I help solve those problems? And he's going to ask himself areas that he could create in. Could he teach something? Does he have personal experience, skills, tools, relationships, products, services, media, or testimonials that he can use to help him help the people in the group solve a particular problem? He said he would create a list of competitors. He would create a list of lead magnet ideas, headlines, and then sales scripts that he might have access to or be able to use to help address their problems or their needs. Then he's going to start systematizing things. He is going to systemize his value creation and what he's going to give to the world in the niche that he's working in. So he's going to begin doing Facebook Lives right away on day 4. On day 5, he's going to start his podcast for that particular group of people or niche. On day 6, he's going to start a daily motivational phone call using a free conference call line. So he'll start Facebook Lives, a free podcast, and doing daily calls all 3 days in a row, days 4, 5, and 6 of his plan. So we think he believes in publishing? Absolutely. Then he's going to systemize lead generation. He's going to create some lead magnets in 3 different formats. He's going to do a video, an ebook, or not an ebook, a video, an audio, and a PDF, because he says people learn in different ways and different modalities. So he wants to create a lead magnet in each of those different modalities to attract different types of people or to get their attention. Then he's going to write his email sequences or his follow-up communications, his Seinfeld sequence, it's called, or daily email to people, and then his soap opera series, which is a story of his experience and why he's doing what he's doing. After that, he's going to systematize promos, by starting his own Facebook page and Facebook personal profile for his new business. And he's going to begin publishing on both of those, of course. Now, before he's just been publishing on Facebook Live pages. Then he's going to create a content creation team. And I absolutely love this because although we've heard people talk about creating content with your customers, we haven't heard of anybody yet, except for the example of this summit, talk about creating content with your other people that you've met in the market or even your competitors. And so he is going to start to build relationships with other Facebook group owners, with Instagram owners, with bloggers, with podcasters in the area or in his niche, because he's going to, from that group, find people that he wants to approach to help create the course that he's going to create in the niche or in the area of expertise. And so he's going to start scheduling and communicating with these people to see who would be great to teach part of the course that he wants to put together for the niche. And he talks a lot about scheduling and communicating with that group as well. And then he's going to create a webinar to actually sell the course that they're going to create. He's going to do one segment, and then he's going to get 10 or 11 other people to do a part of the course, to create, say, a 10 or 12 week course, or how many ever weeks he wants to create for whatever it is that he wants to teach people to help them solve their biggest problem. And to build his webinar, what I like is he says he's going to go and find royalty-free images to go along with his webinar. And he talks about the details of how he would build his webinar script and things as well. On day 21, he's going to do the webinar. He's actually going to deliver the webinar live. And after that, after the webinar, and he says you should stand up to do your webinar. You should stand up whenever you're talking and presenting. I should probably learn from that so that I have more energy. And then the optimization phase of his plan kicks in, where he's going to do follow-up sequence and follow-up series, a 24-hour, a 48-hour, 24-hour closing cart warning. And then he's going to create a lookalike audience of the people that registered for the webinar and promote to them after the first webinar. And then he would do the webinar again a week later. But starting on day 28, they would begin teaching the content for the course. He would do the first module, and then he would have the next people lined up to roll out the course. So that's it. I love some of the things about his plan. I love the idea of creating with other people and having other people. I love this summit idea of getting other people to share their expertise, because we're not all experts at everything, right? So your action item today is to ask yourself, who else could I get that could add content that would be valuable to my customers and my clients? And then think about group content creation and how that might work for your business. What kind of a blueprint could you provide to your customers that would be super duper valuable to them? And maybe it's a blueprint that you just create for them, but maybe it's something that you co-create even with your competition. How exciting would that be if competitors could get together and work together, and each of their areas of expertise, they could share one another's clientele and customers, because we all serve a little bit different niche for everybody. That's it. Go out and make it an awesome day. Tomorrow we're going to learn about the convergent quadrant strategy with Jamie Cross. See you tomorrow. Bye.